Hey guys, it's Derrick
and Tiera,
and we're back with another video on communication. We believe that communication is so important for marriage, which is why most marriages are not making it. Communication has to be a skill that we develop, and so we're going to talk about three different types of communication.
The first one is radioactive. It's when topics become a source of conflict and you can't discuss them anymore. And the result of it leads to deeper feelings of resentment.
Yeah, so as a man, it's hard to open up about certain things. It came a time in our marriage where, like, I didn't know how to explain to her how I needed more affection. I needed more love. I was starting to lose attraction, and I didn't really know how to tell her, without her getting crazy. And so this became an issue for us. It became an issue for me, and we would talk about, I would try to tell her, hey, we need to work out, we should eat healthy, we should do this, do that. But
his deliverance, the way that he was saying, hey babe, we gotta get back in the gym. He wasn't really like delivering it in a loving way. And at the time he was communicating it the best way he knew how. And not realizing, okay, with women, you have to come with a different approach. You got to be a little bit more sensitive. So many things you got to consider when dealing with women. And so,
well, like, they need to know, like, how did that make you, like, feel, like, as far as...
So Derrick's thing was, I want us as a couple to be healthy and be more disciplined when it comes to our eating. And I received it as he wants me to be skinny, and that's just where my one-track mind was. That's just how I was processing it, and it definitely wasn't the case.
Right. Yeah, I didn't want that. My aim, my goal was for us to be healthy. Obviously there has to be honest communication. Like, hey. I mean, we both had let each other go. Like, you know how it is. You get married and you just happy.
You
gain all this happy weight and you lose yourself a little bit. Especially if you didn't really have any discipline going in. Like, it's definitely over.
And as we got older and more mature, more than anything, like Derrick's thing was, on both ends, just for health reasons. Like, for me, I'm at least like 7 points away from being diabetic. And so his thing is, like, I don't want my wife having to go through the journey of being, ill and sick or whatever the case is. So hey, let's start tackling this now. Like, let's start eating better, let's start working out. And I resented working out. I played volleyball and all this stuff, and then when me and Derrick got together, that was it. I wasn't active or anything like that. So I started gaining weight, and both of us started gaining weight. Got extremely comfortable, and not realizing, hey, my husband is still a visual guy. So, woman of God, you need to get
same way you got him. It's gonna be the way you need to keep him.
Keep him right.
Right.
And not saying that Tiera is gonna look like the 16-year-old Tiera that Derrick met. I mean, the older I get, the more mature I'm gonna be. But okay, if we make healthy choices, our body will follow suit. So
yeah,
that was his thing. Like, babe, let's be healthy. We don't want to end up ill, and more than anything, let's take care of the only temple, the only body that God has given us.
Yeah.
So Yeah.
Yeah. And the next type is reactive. And so while we're on this journey of working out, I would get up every day and try to set some kind of thing. Hey, babe, let's work out. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Mm-hmm. And I think, you know, for you, you started to look at it as...
I started resenting working out. I started resenting because of when Derrick is passionate, excuse me, don't come for me. When Derrick is passionate about something, like, it's here. I don't care about what's going on right here. This is where we are. And so
tunnel vision.
There we go. And we weren't, I mean, he wasn't really concerned about, well, yes he was. I'm not gonna say you weren't concerned about the way you were delivering it. Yes you were. But when Derrick is passionate about something, it can come off very aggressive. And I got tired. That's all I was hearing. Like, when I got off work, babe, okay, we gotta go work out. Okay, how was your day? How was your day? Mine was good. I didn't want to always talk about working out and what we're gonna, you know, the greens we're gonna be eating, and greens as in vegetables and salads and stuff. But that wasn't, I didn't like it. And so I'm already naturally a hothead. So the communication on my end, I know I started just shutting down. Like, I'm not going to work out today.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it. And his thing, and the biggest thing, like I said, was he just wanted us to be healthy. My mind, he just wants me to be this little skinny girl and look a certain way. And
two different perspectives.
Yeah.
And I mean, the thing with reactive is what again?
When someone says or does something offensive, we react, which is off of negative, which is often negative, or an attacking response.
Yeah, so I would, every time I try to get us to work out, you know, she would respond with an attacking or hostile, and then I'll respond with attacking and hostile, you know, and I'm like,
we'll be at the park and at the gym at each other's throat.
At each other's throat, fighting, getting nothing done at the end of the day. And I mean, our days would go terrible. Like, I would try to, I'm sitting here thinking like, oh my gosh, what do I need to do, like, to get her to see that I just want her to work out. Like, I just want her to want the same thing I want for my body. I want her to want that for hers.
And start healthy habits.
Yeah.
For our household, even before kids get here. So.
And the third thing is proactive.
Identifying an issue that needs to be talked about that needs to be talked about, and tackle it head on. Listen and commit to finding a way to a healthy compromise. So,
proactive is the goal. Proactive communication is what you should strive for in a marriage. Something that we're learning on a day-to-day basis. I mean, nobody's perfect, but we strive for progress.
Yeah, and one thing about the place that we've gotten to, of course, is proactive. Now, there are a lot of times where, well, not, I wouldn't say a lot. There are times at the beginning of, depending on the subject of the conversation, where we may swing from proactive to reactive, depending on, this is one thing I remember Derrick saying when we had gotten into an argument. He was saying, babe, first of all, you have to recognize that we're a team. We're not at each other. You have to know my heart and my intentions behind what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like,
I'm not disrespecting you. I'm not calling you out of your name. Yeah. I'm coming at you in the right way. It's just, hey, you need to let some of your pride down here and just receive what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I'm the leader of the household, and I want what's best. You know, I want what's best for us. So, but one example, well, I mean, you can tell them how we've gotten to a place where we've kind of always been like that, but just in an unhealthy way. like, reality of the matter is, you know, you can be proactive and it be unhealthy. Like for me, I'm pretty much a proactive communicator. I want, hey, let's go ahead and tackle this conversation. Let's go ahead and get this done. And not even thinking, okay, maybe Derrick needs to process, or I probably need to calm down and process.
Yeah.
Before it can turn into something so big, so
reactive. Yeah.
Right. And so now we've gotten to a place where, number one, we don't exit the phone. We don't go to sleep.
Yeah.
Until whatever we're talking about is resolved, and we've come to a common ground. And if you can tell even when there's some uncertainty, because the next morning we'll wake up like, okay, we still need to discuss this. I know you fell asleep on me, Tiera or Derrick, but we need to still discuss this and get to the bottom of it, or it's gonna keep coming up. Like if you don't communicate and get to the bottom of the issue, the root, is gonna continue to come up. That's why we chose the working out thing, because that was our biggest.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
For years.
Yeah.
Like when we started dating, and probably in the second, third year of dating, Derrick, both of us started gaining weight, and we're like, okay, we need to. Well, he's like, not me. I love to eat. So his thing was, hey, we need to start working out, babe. And no, we don't. I've done that for years. I'm not doing that anymore. But bigger than, I lost my train of thought. Thank you, Jesus. That's why you're here.
And bigger than that, bigger than it, it really shows a posture of your heart.
Mm-hmm.
If your heart is in the right place, your intentions are good, then you're going to want to communicate and build on peace, choosing joy and establishing that for your communications, and not just like, somebody trying to attack you, but hey, somebody actually cares enough about me to point out issues that we need to discuss.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is realizing, hey, Tiera wants what's best for Derrick.
Yeah.
Derrick wants what's best for Tiera. So the enemy wants us at each other.
Right.
And disagreeing. He wants me to rebuttal and see past, okay, and this is in any discussion Derrick and I have. His intentions and his heart is pure. Same for me.
Yeah.
And so it's just a matter of choosing the right type of communication, the proactive type of communication.
Yeah.
And I remember our mentor saying, hey, there are going to be some times where you have to say, hey, give me 5, because I need to go in.
Yeah, because there are times that I went in the living room and played the game for a while. Been on Madden. and she'll be in the back curling her hair.
Yeah.
And we'll just take a little moment. And the funny thing is, a lot of times we'll come back and just laugh at each other, because we realize, like, oh my gosh, it wasn't even that serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was not that big. Like, at this point, we've gotten to a place mentally where we're on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nothing can come between us. So this little issue, this little topic, like, we can tackle this easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it's important to be on one accord.
Right.
And so I just pray you guys understand what we're saying, and that it's not a thing about perfection, but a thing of progress. Mm-hmm. And that this encourages you guys to have healthy communication.
And we're still growing.
Still growing.
On year 5.
Just on year 5, babies. We're learning along the way. And our heart and our passions are for marriages to be done well and restored, healed, and for marriage to be an example to others that God's grace is sufficient and His love covers all. video will encourage you guys to communicate and talk. Oh, no, it's not this. I went straight to the end.
Communicate, talk.
Alright, good morning. Not good morning. Hey guys. Hey guys, it's Derrick.
And Tia.
And we are back. We want to do a video on. Hey guys. Hey, why you keep saying it? Hey guys, it's Derrick.
And Tiera.
And we're. Hey guys, it's Derrick.
And Tiera.
And we are back. We want to do a video this week on communication. And
Okay. Hey y'all. Okay.
hey y'all.
Okay.
Hey guys.
Well, the first two. The first two forms of